Hi, my name is Dr. Bob Thaler. I'm the Extension Swine Specialist at South Dakota State University, and I'd like to visit a little bit about the South Dakota Swine Communications Program. Porcine Reproductive and Respiratory Syndrome, PRRS, is the #1 swine disease in the world. In the United States, it accounts for about $1.8 million in losses daily. And if we look at it annually, in 2013, our swine industry lost $664 million.
Increasingly, it's just harder and harder to have an operation kind of in a vacuum where you just do your own thing. Learning about what's going on from other producers, what tactics as far as biosecurity are working with them is just becoming more and more important. And learning about what's going on in the area for eradication programs, bringing in university experts and the people in the field, you've got a group of people that are all working towards a common goal.
Like our project title, it's the South Dakota Swine Communication Project. When we first started out in 2012, it was kind of just about PRRS. That was the main disease hitting the swine industry hard. We've evolved from that now, and we now encompass Pedv because that's really what hit the industry hard and what's really been hurting the South Dakota farms.
And we know that biosecurity can play a huge role in this because, in fact, if we look at PRRS cases in 2013, the spring of 2014, the increased biosecurity due to PED has actually resulted in a decrease in the number of PRRS cases in the United States and in South Dakota. So this is a really good program.
And the project was started in the spring of 2012 where producers, allied industry, and some veterinarians kind of got together. There's other projects like this going on with success. So our producers, after kind of hearing what those projects have had success with, wanted to try it here in South Dakota just because we do have a large swine base and we have so many sow farms in the area that we wanted to try to keep control of everything.
When we talk about PRRS, it's a virus that we know can be transmitted between operations for quite a distance, several miles even. In the right kind of climatic conditions.
With all the diseases that affect the swine industry, knowing what is around, how it travels, and that goes back to whether you're hauling little pigs, whether you're hauling feed, that type of thing. All these little aspects affect the swine industry economically, so the least amount of travel between the trucks and the feed trucks and the pig haulers.
We now have 90 farms signed up. It's a combination of sow farms, nursery, grow finish barns, and then we also do track everything that kind of goes through what we call our transportation points, which are auction facilities or truck washes or any place where there's a large majority of pigs that commingle together.
I joined because it's very important to know what's going on around you, what people do, and what the health status of the other farms are.
So we have what we call a consent form that they need to fill out, and it's pretty much just stating what our project is, what our main goals of the project are, and stating that any information that is derived from the project and what they hear during our meetings, that they really don't go out and tell other producers, just because it's kind of a confidentiality that, they're being very open with telling what their status is for PRRS or Pedv, so we want others to kind of have that confidence that they know it's not going to go to everywhere.
The people that have agreed to allow other people within the project to know the status of the farm from a PRRS standpoint, and now in South Dakota also from a Pedv standpoint.
We kind of report on two diseases right now, the two big ones in the swine industry, which is PRRS, and the second one is Pedv, and all they have to do is send in test results, or if they just we're positive, then we go with their positive and we go from there.
Major benefit is knowing where other PRRS pockets might be, mitigating risk.
For testing, it's really easy. We have guidelines for PRRS and for Pedv, what you go down and do.
The availability of a rope test, which I'm not sure if all producers are aware of this type of testing, makes testing so much simpler. You don't have to go bleed so many animals. It's just simple as tying a rope onto a grate and letting them chew on it, and you just take the oral fluids from it.
You get to meet different people at the meetings, talk what they've did and what they've experienced and what they've been doing and how far along they've come and how long it lasted. It's definitely very beneficial to talk to different producers and how they're coming.
First of all, just the communication among all the producers is huge. Knowing what disease is around your area to help control what you have is just, unreal. The information you can gather from all the producers just makes the whole project worthwhile.
So it's just an open communication project. It doesn't take any time. I email producers once a month asking if their current status has changed for PRRS or PEDV.
Unfortunately, we did break with the PED, but it just made you get a whole new outlook on the biosecurity part of it, just the extra steps you need to take.
And I think it's not just a animal thing, it's a people thing.
So this kind of project is just designed for that kind of a knowledge transfer.
The benefits I've seen with going to the meetings and looking at the maps, I can see where the PED and the PRRS virus is.
So if a farm lets me know, hey, we're positive, I send out email notification to everyone so that they know. So if they have any close interaction with that farm, or maybe they're using the same feed truck.
To stay away, take a different route if it PED's there or PRRS is there for the time being.
So important with both of these diseases, PRRS and PED, that we're able to do surveillance for these diseases and detect viruses. And that's where the diagnostic lab and this relationship with veterinarians comes into play.
It's also good in planning any new project or any location of project. If there's a region or an area that is desirable for pig barns, that's a pretty major positive.
And we're fortunate here at SDSU, we have one of the world leaders in diagnostics for PRRS and PED both.
We wash our trucks differently, we take different routes, the guys that work in the barn don't haul hogs anymore, it's just specific guys. So we made quite a bit of changes.
As we've learned and heard about producers and veterinary and allied industry members talking in this video, PRRS, PED are devastating diseases, but with good biosecurity, working with veterinarians, allied industry, university personnel, we can help control some of these diseases. And one of the best ways that we can do this is having producers getting involved in projects like the South Dakota Swine Communications project. Basically, a really good way of looking at this is neighbors helping neighbors. It's confidential, it's producers getting together, veterinarians getting together and saying, here's what works for us, here's things that are good.
If somebody's not in the program, they definitely should.
For what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And so it's so simple, you're going to get a lot of good, valuable information.
It gives you an idea of where the PED is, where the disease is, and to get educated on the meetings and get informed what's going on around you, in or around you. I think that's why everybody should join.
We really want to encourage all of you who aren't involved to get involved with this project. There's a lot of benefits for it. There's no risk. There's no financial cost beside the normal testing that you would do. And for our members that are also out there, we encourage you to recruit and get more producers involved, because the more producers, the more veterinarians, the more allied industries members that are involved with this project, the more successful it'll be, the stronger the South Dakota swine industry will be. Also, we'd like to thank Boehringer Ingelheim for their support of this project as well as this video. If you want more information about getting involved in it or just general questions about the South Dakota Swine Communications Project, please feel free to give myself a call, Ms. Ashley Gelderman, any of the other speakers that were on this video, and as well as taking a look at igrow.org.